Have you ever wondered if your dog loves you as much as you love them? In this video, you'll discover the small, everyday behaviors that, according to both science and real-life experience, reveal a bond that's much deeper than it seems. If you recognize several of them, your dog isn't just a pet. They're family. Keeps eye contact with you. Have you noticed that sometimes your dog just stares at you with a soft expression, almost like they're trying to really connect with you? That's not a coincidence. Since your dog can't talk, they use eye contact as one of their most powerful ways to communicate. When your dog looks at you calmly with a relaxed body, they're strengthening your bond and looking for closeness. Some studies have found that this kind of relaxed eye contact can increase oxytocin, the famous love hormone, in both your dog and you. It's like a tiny, silent ritual that keeps your relationship stronger. And if your dog also watches you to anticipate what you're going to do so they don't lose track of you, that's a very clear clue about how important you are in their life. And when, on top of that, your dog chooses you over everyone else, it becomes even more obvious. Consistently chooses you over other family members. In homes with several people, many dogs end up forming a primary attachment to one person. Sure, your dog can get along with everyone, but with one specific person, there's something different. They go to that person first, follow them more, and look for them when they're not sure what to do. If your dog, having several humans to choose from, always ends up glued to you, that's a very clear sign that you're their person. They might ignore other family members or pay less attention to them, while with you, they're more tuned in, more relaxed, and more willing to interact. With you, your dog finds safety, comfort, and a routine that just feels right. In their mind, you're the fixed point everything else revolves around. And what's really interesting is that your dog doesn't just choose you with their body, sometimes they also choose you with their ears, recognizes your name and gets excited when they hear it. We know dogs learn their own names, but many also react to yours. If you notice your dog wagging their tail, lifting their head, or walking over when someone says your name, even if you're not talking to them, that's an amazing clue. It means your dog has linked your name with your presence, your voice, your touch, your walks, all the good stuff. For your dog, your name is almost like a little mental bell that says, "That person I love so much is nearby or about to show up." Your dog doesn't hear it as just another random sound, but as a cue that triggers pleasant expectations. It's a pretty cool way to see how much you really mean to your dog in everyday life. Calms down faster when you step in. Imagine you're both just relaxing and all of a sudden something startles your dog, like a firework, thunder, or a strange noise outside. Their body switches on instantly, ears go up, and your dog might even start barking. But as soon as you walk over, talk with a soft voice, or give them a calm look, your dog starts to settle down much faster. Many dogs use their human as a kind of safety thermometer. If you're okay, then they can drop their guard. Your presence, your tone, and your body language can massively speed up how long it takes your dog to relax after a scare. That ability you have to calm their fear or worry shows the huge level of trust your dog has placed in you. And that trust really shows up at a very specific moment of the day when you come home. Goes crazy when you come home. Does your dog turn into a one-dog party every time you put the key in the door? When your dog greets you with jumps, zoomies, and that tail that looks like it's about to take off, they're letting out all the emotion they built up while you were gone. For many dogs, being away from you creates a bit of tension, and your return works like an emotional reset. That's why their greeting is so intense. It confirms that everything's okay, that you're back by their side, and that life is back on track. It's the perfect mix of relief and happiness. That over-the-top welcome isn't just excitement, it's your dog's most honest way of showing how important you are. Comforts you when you are not okay. There are days when you don't feel like seeing anyone. Everything hurts, and all you want is a blanket and the couch. And funnily enough, those are usually the moments when your dog gets extra clingy, lies down next to you, rests their head on your legs, or just stays close in silence. Your dog doesn't know exactly what's wrong, but they can tell something in you has shifted. Their sense of smell and their ability to notice tiny changes in your posture, your breathing, or your voice let them know you're not like you usually are. Your dog's natural response is to offer you their presence, their warmth, and steady company. They're not there to give you solutions. They're there to give you calm, because your well-being truly matters to your dog. Your dog does this because they love you and feel that in moments like that, their place is right next to you. And they don't just come closer when they notice you're unwell. A lot of the time, your dog actually picks up on and mirrors how you feel, mirrors your behavior and mood. You've probably noticed that when you're in a good mood, your dog seems more playful, and when you're dragging through a gray kind of day, your dog seems lower too. That's not random. Dogs are real experts at reading our energy, our tone of voice, and even how fast we move, and they adjust their behavior to match ours. You don't even have to say anything. If you're moving slower, they calm down too. And if you're more energetic, your dog picks up the pace with you. That ability to sync up with you shows that your emotional state has a direct impact on theirs. There are even studies showing that over time, dogs can share similar levels of stress or calm with their guardian. When your dog switches modes depending on how you're doing, they're showing just how deep the bond between you really is. And that subtle connection even shows up in something as simple and as weird as a yawn. Yawns with you. Dogs yawn for lots of reasons, because they're tired, to release tension, or because something is making them a bit nervous. But when your dog yawns right after you do, something different is going on. Some studies have shown that many dogs copy their guardian's yawn more than the yawn of a stranger. We don't know if they experience it exactly like human empathy, but it's a sign of social connection and of how closely your dog is paying attention to you. They're so tuned in to your face and your gestures that they even react to something as small as you opening your mouth. It's like having a tiny emotional mirror in dog form. Gets jealous. If you've ever petted another dog and your dog squeezed in between you, whined, or tried to grab your attention, you've seen doggy jealousy in action. It's not that your dog is analyzing the situation like a human, but they do feel that something valuable, which is you, is being shared with someone else. Studies suggest that dogs can show behaviors very similar to jealousy when their main attachment figure is focused on another animal. For your dog, your attention and affection are important resources, and they don't want to lose their spot. Reacting like that shows how much they value you. And what's really striking is that this priority your dog gives you shows up even in places full of distractions, like a busy dog park. Only has eyes for you at the park. At the park, your dog has everything they need to forget you exist. New smells, other dogs, noises, people walking by, balls flying around. And yet many dogs keep glancing back over and over to check where you are. Your dog might run off to play or explore, but you're still their reference point. If every so often they come back, look at you, circle you, or lean on you for a second before heading off again, that says a lot about how strong your bond is. In their own language, your dog is basically saying, I'm doing my thing, but I don't forget about you. You're their base, even in the middle of all the fun chaos at the park. And just a heads up, if your dog doesn't do this, it doesn't mean they don't love you. Every dog has their own style, and not all of them show affection in the same way. These signs simply help us understand a little better how they experience the relationship. But when they do show up, they're little silent declarations of how important you are to your dog. Finds comfort in your scent. Does your dog lie down right on your side of the bed, in your spot on the couch, or on top of your favorite hoodie? They're not doing it to annoy you. For dogs, smell is their main compass, and your scent is like an emotional blanket that tells them everything's okay. When you're not home, your dog doesn't look at pictures or scroll your Instagram stories. They search for whatever smells like you. They might curl up in your clothes, fall asleep on your pillow, or walk around the house carrying one of your socks. Even if it annoys you a little, for your dog it's a way to keep you close and feel safe. If your scent calms them, it's because you're their safe place. Is your little four-legged shadow. Have you noticed that wherever you go, when you turn around, your dog is right there? Kitchen, bathroom, hallway. It doesn't matter. This classic behavior in so many dogs isn't just curiosity. It's a real need to stay close. In nature, dogs stay close to the pack members they trust the most. And with you, they're repeating that exact same pattern. If your dog follows you around the house without looking stressed or desperate, just quietly tagging along, it's because they enjoy your company and feel better when they're close to you. They're not walking with you out of duty. They're doing it because they want to be with you. And a lot of the time, that closeness becomes even more obvious when your dog decides to prove it with a bunch of doggy kisses. Grooms you with kisses. In the canine world, licking is a really important social behavior. Mothers lick their puppies, dogs lick each other, and they can also lick the people they care about the most. When your dog licks your hands, your face, or even your arms, they're looking for contact and trying to strengthen the bond. You might not love getting a full-on slobber shower, but from your dog's point of view, it's a very intimate, almost family-level gesture. It's like your dog is saying, you're one of mine, I want to take care of you and stay close to you. So even if you have to wipe your face or your hands afterwards, remember there's a lot of love packed into that moment. And if you pay close attention, you can also read that same love in something as simple as the way your dog moves their tail when they see you. Wags their tail slightly more to the right when you are around. Not every tail wag means the same thing. Beyond whether the tail is up or down, it also matters which way it leans. Studies have found that in many dogs, tail wags that lean a bit more to the right are often linked to more positive, relaxed emotions. If, when your dog sees you coming, their tail starts wagging loosely, happily, and just a bit more to the right, that's a very good sign. Their whole body is basically saying they feel comfortable with you, and that your presence makes them feel good. It's not a perfect love compass, but it is one more clue about how your dog feels when they're around you. And when that tail wag combines with another super clear signal, like the classic play bow, the message becomes even more obvious. Gives you a play bow. You've probably seen that classic pose, chest low to the ground, rear end up, and bright, excited eyes. That's the famous play bow, one of the clearest signs that your dog is happy and wants to have fun with you. It's not just an invitation to play, it's also your dog's way of saying they feel really good around you. In that position, your dog is exposing themselves, relaxing their body, and showing you they have zero intention of conflict, just a desire to share a good time with you. If your dog greets you like that when you arrive or does it right before a Zoomy run or a play session, they're basically saying, being with you is the best. And now, before we move on, just know that if you visit happydogsplace.com/gift, you can download a free guide packed with tips to make your dog's life even happier. It's full of fun ideas, helpful strategies, and all the basics every pup needs to thrive. You'll find the link in the description. Bumps you gently with their nose. That little nudge on your leg, your arm, or even your hand isn't just a random gesture. When your dog taps you with their nose, they're usually looking for your attention, your eye contact, or just some kind of connection with you. And considering that the nose is one of the most sensitive parts of a dog's body, they wouldn't use it like that with just anyone. It's a gentle way of saying, hey, I'm right here. Can you pay a little attention to me? That little nudge might be followed by an intense look, a quick head turn toward where they want you to go, or just quiet presence by your side. Either way, the message is clear. Your dog wants to connect with you in that moment. And that need to connect is even clearer when your dog almost looks like they're asking, is what I'm doing okay with you? Looks for your approval. Some dogs, before doing something, turn around for a second and look at you like they're asking for permission. When they're about to greet another dog, wander a bit farther away, or decide whether to jump on the couch, they throw you that quick look to read your reaction. It's not just basic obedience. It's that what you think really matters to them. Your opinion carries a lot of weight in your dog's world. If you smile, use a friendly tone, or simply don't show tension, they feel much freer to go ahead. That little visual check-in shows that your dog sees you as a reference point, and that your approval is important to them. You can see that same importance in very intimate moments, like those first minutes in the morning. Waits for you to open your eyes before coming over. Some dogs in the morning position themselves near the bed and just stay there in silence, waiting for you to open your eyes. They don't wake you up with licks or barking. They're just there, quietly watching for that moment when you come back to the world. When you finally move or open your eyes, they walk over slowly, wag their tail, or rest their head next to you. It's a very gentle way of showing you they've been there, waiting for you. Without invading your space, they know that first moment of contact is special, and they want to share it with you. It's almost like their own little good morning ritual. Smiles and laughs with you. Even though dogs don't smile exactly like we do, they do have something very similar. When your dog relaxes their lips, opens their mouth, and lets their tongue hang out while looking at you, they're usually in a state of comfort and well-being. That smiley dog face usually shows up when they're relaxed next to you, enjoying your company. During intense play, you might also hear a different kind of panting, softer and more rhythmic, that many experts describe as a sort of dog laugh. It's important that this panting sounds relaxed and not rushed, because fast panting usually signals stress or heat. If the sound is light and steady, you're listening to a dog who's having a great time and feels safe with you. When that smile and that special panting show up around you, it's a clear declaration of trust. And that trust really stands out when you're in new places, and your dog still needs to come back to you over and over again. Uses you as a safe base in new places. When you arrive somewhere unfamiliar, does your dog walk off a little, sniff around, look at everything, and then quickly come running back to you? That little back and forth is a classic pattern in dogs that fully trust their human. It's their way of exploring freely while always keeping a safe spot to return to. For your dog, you're their safe base, the point from which they dare to explore new things without being afraid. They know that if something makes them uneasy or they suddenly feel unsure, they can come back to you and get that feeling of protection again. This same pattern shows up in attachment studies with children and their caregivers, which shows just how deep this kind of bond can be. In everyday life, it means something very simple. No matter how interesting the environment is, your dog never really stops keeping an eye on you. Because deep down, for your dog, no new place ever feels truly safe if they can't come back to you. With this last point, we've gone through the 20 signs that show your dog really loves you. Now, I want you to keep learning about your furry friend, so I recommend you watch the other video that's popping up on your screen. In that one, I walk you through 20 simple things you can start doing today to change your dog's life for the better. Tap the image on screen to open the video and discover them all.